Gentlemen, start your engines!
Crank them up, gang. Crank them up.
Crank it up when you're ready.
We'll be good and solid. Keep her on the track. Clear 4 fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, the starting grid as they have qualified for the Bank of America Roval 400 at Charlotte, race 6 of the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. With his second pole at the Roval and his round of 8 hopes on the line, 2021 runner-up Tyler Chronicles of Reddick is ready to rock. And starting alongside is the pole sitter from last year's race, looking to make it 5 road course wins in a row after his first Oval top 10, the Street Slayer Shane Van Gisbergen. In row 2, in-season challenge champion Turbo Ty Gibbs finished 4th here 2 years ago, and two-time and defending race winner Young Money Kyle Larson has the worst average finish on road courses this season among his full-time competitors. He sits as the highest non-winner in the playoff standings. Row 3, with the 3rd place finish from 4 years ago, it's the Prosper Punisher Chris Buescher, and Michael McDowell's team has shown some strength on the road courses. Row 4 is Joe Gibbs territory, with the Panhandle Prospect 2022 winner Christopher Bell 5th in the standings in a scheme designed by a St. Jude patient, and Georgian Chase Briscoe, who managed to progress into the round of 8 after a dire fight the same year Bell snaked out the win. Row 5, 2023 winner Dangerous AJ Allmendinger was also the fastest in practice, while the Melonhead boss Ross Chastain sits just 13 points behind 8th in a tight battle in the standings. Starting in row 6, inaugural winner Ryan Inside Blaney hasn't had a top 5 finish in the last 23 road course starts, and Hubba Bubba Wallace switches to offense mode, looking to fight his way back to the top 8 in points after a devastating Kansas loss. Row 7, Daytona 500 champion William Red Byron finished 2nd and 3rd in his last 2 starts here, and Denny Hamlin has a lot of eyes set on him after 2 costly mistakes. In row 8, two-time winner High Speed Chase Elliott comes into today with his head held high after an incredible victory at Kansas, and Ty Dillon has a stage win here. Row 9, Slice But himself, 2020 runner-up Joey Logano is in a familiar situation, on the bubble in the playoff standings and having to play defense to make the round of 8. Next to him is Stone Cold Custard, number 41. To row 10, Austin Cindric the Entertainer, 12th in the standings, was 4th last year, and Dandy Daniel Suarez was one of the top 3 fastest drivers in practice. Row 11 belongs to the Comets, Justin Haley in his see-through Chevy, 5th 3 years ago, and Brad the Big Keselowski has 6 top 10 finishes in his last 11 races of the season. Row 12, Riley Terrible Lopes enters this race with added caution after finding the tire barrier at the start of practice, and Insane Zane Smith returns after a wild wall ride at Kansas. The 13th row is where you'll find Alex the Greatest Bowman runner-up in 2019, and Ricky is in the Stenhouse Jr. is there as well. Row 14, Carson Hurricane Hocebar had another $50,000 fine handed out to him last week, and Rowdy Kyle Busch is in his first race with Andy Street atop the pit box. Today, Busch surpasses Terry Labonte for the most road course starts in Cup Series history at 64. In row 15, Priest Lightning Ryan Priest's car has no doors to steal this week, and Nacho Noah Gregson in his front row arc. Back to row 16, it's the Todd father Todd Gillen in another FRM entry, and you better beware, it's Cody Ware in car 51. A pair of Joshes in row 17 with Las Vegas winner Josh Wildberry in the Wood Brothers Ford, and Wisconsin's Josh Balicki for Garage 66. In row 18, both having to move their way up from the rear of the field are John Hunter Nemechek in his pink Family Dollar Toyota, and the ace Austin Dillon, who had a top 10 3 years ago. And in row 19, all by himself, that Jones boy Eric Jones had problems with his power steering and decided to play it safe and stay out of qualifying. And ladies and gentlemen, there's your field for the Bank of America Roval 400 at Charlotte.